Today, we present you a positive story about small businesses. Recently, of lately, we have been doing many stories that have been showing the gloomy side of the businesses in the current environment. We are in the middle of COVID pandemic and businesses, they are struggling all the way around. And lately, they have also been experiencing a spike in retail crime. So amidst that gloom, today we are doing a positive story. This business behind us, a BP petrol pump, is proudly owned by a Kiwi-Indian family for the last 40 odd years. Today they are completing their 40th anniversary. The family traditionally has been in New Zealand for 100 odd years, with their great-grandfather first arriving in New Zealand in 1946. And since then, they have lived in different parts of New Zealand, including in Taupo, and it was in 1982 when the grandfather of this family moved from Taupo to Auckland and purchased this business, started this business, and since then this business has stayed with this family. So today is a very happy day for this migrant family. They are celebrating their 40th anniversary of business ownership, and we are here to go and meet them and share their experiences of this I would say exciting journey of business ownership. So just follow me, come on. So here we are with Nanette Natu and Ronnie Natu. Nanette is one of very popular faces within our broader Indian community. And having said that, I'm not saying Ronnie is less popular. How are you guys?
Fantastic today, especially today because it's a very big day.
Surely it is, and it is 40th anniversary of this business ownership. So I would ask Ronnie, who has been in the forefront of managing the operations. So Ronnie, many congratulations to you first of all.
Thank you very much. Yes, it's been a hard battle. We're in the 20th century, so obviously you have to be aggressive. You obviously got to be hungry, mindset, and end of the day comes down to volume in this type of business. You have to be hungry and give service. People do not want anything else. All they want is a good service, nothing else.
Surely it is. I think you have given a good concluding statement, and that all matters in a business. Now, going back and talking more about the history, I think from what we know, we have previously covered as well, your dad, Jack Natu, who arrived in this country in 1946, and he had his own decent run of establishing different businesses. So take us back a little bit into the history. I think you guys started this business in 1982. So
On this very day.
On this
2nd
very
of
day,
May,
2nd
yes.
of May, right. So what I want you to tell us is take us back to 1982. How was the business environment then, and what it took for you guys to invest in this business, or how you worked your way up?
Well, my dad came in the wartime, 1945. He was with the British Army then he moved from Wellington, selling fruit and veggies on the truck. They moved from Wellington to Hawke's Bay, where is a fruit growing area, and he thought, well, this is going to be a good place to sell fruit and veggies. And then from Hawke's Bay we moved to Taupo. The reason for that, in Taupo you cannot grow any products because it's highland, a volcanic area. So we started up another fruit shop there, and we did pretty good. It came down to service and quality of fruit. We were selling quality products. From Taupo, a big supermarket came in the area, and it sort of damaged our business. So we all sat down and had to make another move. So we thought we moved to Auckland, and then we're wondering what type of business we should get into. And it's lucky one member of the family was in the automotive business. And we told the owner of the site here, you want to sell? And firstly he didn't want to sell. Then I said, look, we want to come in and you can move out. 2 days later, that's what we did.
Right, okay, well, that's great history, and too much of, I would say, boldness and adventurism over there, which is required indeed when you are going into the business. Now, Now I would like to go and speak to Nanette. Basically, our viewers would recall that she is a quite familiar face within our community, wearing multiple hats in the community, including Auckland Indian Association, NZICA, especially in Crime Prevention Group. And I think this is my first opportunity to speak to you as a business owner,
Yes,
isn't it?
is. The last interview was actually with Crime Prevention.
Surely.
And our promotion of,
Definitely. So I want you to share your experience as a business owner, Nanette. What is required, how many hours you have been putting as an individual, as a family. Tell us more about that side of the story.
Gives me goosebumps when you say that, because as a family, Indians, Asians, we're all brought up being hard workers. We don't look at the watch.
Sure.
You know, we don't know what a normal 40-hour week is. It's generally double of that. Our children, we've brought up in the business, in the office. Pop the bottle up, go serve the customer. I was the first sari-clad forecourt attendant
Oh, wow.
many years ago. I think North Shore Times sort of did a piece on that.
Oh, wow.
So, and then when my staff now say, "Oh, do you know how to check the oil and under the bonnet or serve petrol?" because they've never seen me doing that.
Right, okay.
So, you know, it's a bit of a novelty, but, you know, whether it's a small job, a big job, you just do it.
Sure.
Staff don't come, who works? We do. Same as my son the other day too.
Surely. We will go and speak to your son. But I think what you have told us, Nanette, is a quintessential story of every migrant family who have worked hard to create a business for themselves, isn't it?
That's right, yes.
Right,
You work hard for a better tomorrow for your children. So we never had the degrees or the university. The opportunity was different.
Sure.
So working hard for a better life for them. And he's doing that now for his children.
Sure.
It's the-
And
you know, the circle of life.
probably, yeah, we can see that. We can see that your son, he's already on the fourth court, helping the customers, and that's the essence of being a business owner, to be on the job all the time. So probably it's time for now to go and speak to your son, Anil, I think, who is running the show for last many years. And let's go and
Pre-COVID, actually.
yes, and let's go and speak to him. Right, so here we are with Mr. Anil Natu, the new owner, manager, proprietor. Hi Anil, how are you?
Good, thank you.
So Anil, from what we have heard from your parents, Nanette and Ronnie, that this business is older than you, or it's quite about the same time?
Look, I think I was a few months old when my mum tells me the story of putting me in a bassinet on the countertop.
All right.
So yeah, we're both 40 years old.
About 40 years old, right? Well, that's good. You have to be as deceptive as that much about your age. Now, coming back and talking more about running the show for this business for the last 2.5 odd years. So how has been the experience for you?
Yeah, look, it's been tough. It's been great though, in the fact that we get to run our own family business, the family legacy that our family has done over those years. But the last 2 years through the pandemic and the sign of the times has been very challenging on any business owner, not just us, any business owner, anyone in business in this current climate.
Sure. Now, one important thing that I'm tempted to ask, and a lot of our viewers, they might have that question, that it is largely assumed within the family-owned businesses environment that sometimes the younger generation, they are, gifted with a silver spoon and kind of they inherit a business empire to run, and they probably don't have to go through the vagaries of starting a new business. So how do you feel? Do you think that's a quite right feeling, or would you disagree with that? What exactly are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, what I would say to that is that nothing's handed to you for free, and that there are many sacrifices made along the way. As a kid, I was here stacking shelves, turning drink bottles, serving customers, right as a young kid. My 5-year-old also now serves customers. So it's ingrained in our blood, in our DNA, to work hard from a very young age.
Right, okay.
So sacrifice is a big one. And working hard from a young age and being installed the work ethic from the old is above.
Well, yes, that's very important. That's very important, and probably that decides why a business succeed and continues to succeed for more than 4 odd decades, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Right. Okay. Now coming back and talking more about last 2.5 years, how you are doing things differently than your dad and mum in this business?
Yeah, very good question. So our business as a whole has been, over the last 40 years, based on service. So we've always had the service station. So we've had the word service always in our family business. So continuing that has proven positive, because people in this day and age still want the service. But one of the biggest changes we did was adapt with the times and implement a nice new cafe, coffee, barista coffee. Having fresh coffee is available. What we've learned over the last couple of years.
And that's very important for us Kiwis, isn't it?
I was just about to say, you took the words out of my mouth. Kiwis have an amazing coffee culture anywhere in the world. And so BP, with the wild bean concept, has developed that they are now one of the #1 coffee distributors in New Zealand. And New Zealand has got a really good coffee culture that we have now adapted into our business here.
Right. Okay. Now, if I have to ask you, any other things that you do in the community to remain connected to your local community that you are doing here as a business owner?
Yes, absolutely. So our business is based on community. Our business is based on the people that come to us. We don't go to them, they come to us. So we then give back through multiple avenues. We have chartered a Rotary Club, so we give back through Rotary. We work with the New Zealand Police and the North Harbour Community Patrol, running a community day called Safer Plates, where we change out your old number plate screws and put tamper-proof number plate screws on. And on that particular day, they do fundraising with sausage sizzles. We bring the community together here. One of the other big community events we've done is we've implemented a dog wash. We have a dog wash here on site where people can go to the beach down the road on their way home, wash their dogs.
Well, that's quite nice, and I would say very innovative. I think I like the statement that businesses succeed on the basis of people coming to your businesses, and I think you are really doing a great job in remaining connected to the communities that you're talking about. I think that's probably a recipe for success, isn't it?
Absolutely that, and one of our biggest successes that we've had for a long time is amazing staff. If you get the right recipe for having good staff and you embrace them into your family and make them part of your family business, then they will want to work for you. They will want to come to work.
Sure.
And we have staff that have been here for 25 years, 18 years, 5 years.
Well, that's great. That's great. When I was talking to your dad and mum outside, I was just saying that there is too much history in today's story, and probably you have concluded once again that I think we have got a lot of history in this business.
Absolutely.
So okay, so thank you very much for that, Anil. And I think you are a very busy person. I can see that probably you would be required very soon. So before I let you go and do your job, which you love, I can see that. Any last particular message about business ownership that you want to share with our wider migrant families community here in New Zealand?
Yeah, one of the things I'd love to say and love to share is treat your customers as if they are walking into your own home. It's very important. Treat your customers as if they were walking into your own home. So treat them with the utmost respect, and they will return. A repeat customer is far easier to retain than trying to get new customers and trying to attract new customers. So look after your customer base that you've got, and you should do well.
Great. I would say that's literally gold that you have shared, a recipe for success for many of I think for every business, but I think it's very important coming out from a successful Kiwi-Indian business family. So thank you very much, Anil, for that. Thanks for your time. I wish you all the best. I wish you all the best to your dad and mum for owning this business, doing this business, and remaining connected to our communities. That's very important. Yes, so as you see that today we are here to share a very positive story. In the current environment, we have been hearing all the gloomy stories that this is not a good time for businesses. Businesses, they are struggling. They are indeed struggling, but still we have got many successful stories within our wider Kiwi-Indian community. And today we are fortunate to bring one such family-owned business success story for last 4 odd decades. So this is Sandeep along with our Indian Weekender production team. Thank you very much.